Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those, to that music, the sources, check anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. I really botched that. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander, and I thought you were watching a movie.
I was hooked into it, and you know what? I like history a lot better than a movie.
Oh, I appreciate that.
So I'm Meat Cleaver. I'm giving up a damn good movie. It's called The Package. It looks good, but this is better.
Huh. Well, yeah, I mean, like, I can find it, you know, on, like, I have a service now. I can find pretty much anything.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so, I can find it for you later. You know, we can watch it together, you know, sometime later. I don't know.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman and Tommy Lee Jones.
Ooh, okay, those are two good ones.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. I'm actually going to make a note here. What's it called again? The Package. Hackman and...
It's an older one.
Well, Tommy Lee Jones is like an older...
Yeah, you got Gene Hackman too.
Well...
It's got to be the late 80s, early 90s, something like that.
Well, going to a time well before that...
Yeah.
303, on a voyage preaching the gospel, Saint Firmin of Pamplona was beheaded in Amiens, France.
Whoa.
Wow. So, that's...
lost her head over that one.
That's not how to get ahead in life, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, what did I start?
I don't know. You really stuck your neck out on that one, didn't you?
Here we go.
Oh, now things are rolling.
Yeah.
You know.
They stop.
At the bottom of the hill, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, jumping on up into 1066, Battle of Stamford Bridge. English army under King Harold II defeated invading Norwegians led by King Harold Hardadua and Harold's brother Tostig, who were both killed. So the War of the Heralds. That's weird.
And they're Norwegian. So
yeah.
Is it in Norway then?
Well, part of it.
Yeah.
English army.
Yeah.
So the English and the Norway. So.
You don't think of them warring over there.
Oh, all of Europeans warred with each other. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
they have more war. Well, I don't know what the name of it. There's war. Humans war.
Yeah, we do. We are a fighting species, and a communal one. You know, we can't live with each other. We can't live without each other.
Yeah.
So, here we go. Old Thimblehead. 1560, Spanish King Philip II named Frederick Schenk of Teutoburg as first Archbishop of Utrecht. All right. So he was the King of Spain. He had a cloth thimble.
King of Thimbles.
King of Thimbles. He really kept his thumb out, you know. 1597, Armine surrendered to French King Henry IV. All right.
What Armenes?
Amiens. Sorry, not Armenes. Amiens. Who are Amiens though? Amiens. It was a city in Commune in northern France.
Oh.
So the city
It was a local
surrendered.
strife.
Oh, you're French. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 1597, maybe, like, you know, they were unifying still.
True.
I'm not entirely sure. But the 100 Years' War happened, like, in the 1600s, I think. Years' War. Actually, I was wrong. 1337 through 1316.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait, that's not
You
right.
mentioned 100 Years' War, generations. Generation upon generation. It's got to be at least 4 generations.
It started in 1337 and it ended in 1453.
Has to be at least a 4 generational war.
116 years, yeah. Well, yep, we are a warring species, as you say.
Yeah.
There's always somebody fighting somewhere. Moving on up, 1775, American Revolutionary War hero Ethan Allen was captured. That's not good.
That's our Ethan Allen.
Yeah, our Ethan Allen.
Yeah.
He was...
what famous line did Ethan Allen say? Something.
Is he the one who said, "Give me liberty or give me death"? Or
yeah, I think you're right.
let me see here.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Ethan Allen quotes. Those who invalidate reason ought seriously to consider whether they argue against reason with or without reason. I don't know.
That isn't give me liberty, give me death.
Oh
well.
What is Richard Allen? If you love your children, if you love your country, if you love the God of love, clear your hands from slaves. Burden not your children and country with them.
I just know Ethan Allen.
Why is Ethan Allen so famous? Ethan Allen is best known for the capture of Fort Ticonderoga as the leader of the Green Mountain Boys, and for his tireless and controversial efforts to make Vermont independent from the British Empire, other colonies, and perhaps even from the United States. So he just wanted Vermont to be its own thing.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so now, if I can just take the time, who said the phrase, "Give me liberty, give me death"? We'll go, oh yeah. As soon as you get the name, we'll go.
Patrick Henry.
No, I didn't go, oh yeah.
Oh, neither did I.
Huh. Okay.
Alright, well.
Shows what I know.
Shows what we both know. I'm the historian here, and I'm in your pocket, so what does that say? You know?
That's either low bar over here.
That's either bad for me or good for you. You know,
a low bar here. You just went under it. Not good.
Well, if you measure anything with what I've done, then it's not really much of a, yardstick. You're more of using like a measuring tape.
I disagree.
So, yeah. 1780, U.S. or American Army officer Benedict Arnold defected to the British.
Yeah.
To you, fucking traitor. So, yeah. And he got to go live like a nice little comfortable life out in Britain. No, we should have extradited him, gotten him back over here, and hung him by his thumbs, tar and feather, like everything, like make that guy suffer for what he did.
Well,
that bastard.
His name has lived in infamy.
Yeah.
Benedict Arnold just means a traitor.
Yep.
That's what his name's synonymous with.
Yep.
So that's worse than hanging him by his thumbs.
Yeah, but we're still giving honoring his name in one way or another, even if it's dishonoring. He's a household name in one way or another.
Negative term.
Doesn't matter. Still spoken about. That's a lot better than most people.
I disagree. If it's something, if you're synonymous with something like that, your name is synonymous with traitor.
Yeah.
It'd be better to not be known at all.
Yeah, that is a good point right there. But speaking of all this, in 1789, the U.S. Congress proposed the Bill of Rights.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Ooh, yeah, the Bill of Rights is the key to the whole damn thing.
Yeah, but that's 89.
Yeah.
That's like
quite a bit later, I know.
13 years or something later.
Yeah, well, they needed it. They needed additional stuff. As they formed it, they figured, it's a living document.
Yeah.
They needed more.
Yep. 1829, we have a failed assassination attempt on Simon Bolivar, who was a military and political leader in Venezuela. Here we go, Venezuela. Is there any part of Venezuelan history that's good? Everything seems to be shit.
Don't know that much about their history, to tell you the truth.
Everything I hear is always a negative thing. Like, I'm never gonna, Venezuela was the first to do this, good thing. Like, or they did that, or no, it's always.
So what about the song "Fly Me to Venezuela"? Come on, that's a beautiful song.
That exists?
Hell no. This is dead blind. Look, that exists. Move on, please. My humor is really warped.
1875, Billy the Kid escaped jail in Silver City, New Mexico by climbing out of a chimney and became a fugitive. Yeah. Climbed out of a chimney.
Yeah.
Yep. In 1890, Sequoia National Park was established by the U.S. President Benjamin Harrison, California's first national park and the country's second. So look at that.
Sequoia.
Yeah, even before Yosemite.
Yeah, I know.
Well, this is interesting.
They got some big redwoods up there in Sequoia, I gotta tell you.
Oh yeah, we have pictures of us driving through that one. You know.
Well, we didn't go through Sequoia. We were on the coast, but same thing. It's all redwoods. It's the whole band of redwoods right through the state.
Well, I have a couple unhighlighted ones here that's interesting. 1897, first British bus service opens. Thank you.
What? First British what?
Bus service.
Oh, bus. I'm not going to tell you what I thought.
What, butt?
Yeah, bus service. What the hell? I really thought you said butt. That's why I'm so shocked.
Well, you have a predisposition towards the British.
Wow.
They really are rather affluent, aren't they?
They're the butt of the joke, I gotta tell you.
Yeah. Sit down. 1904, Charles Fullis was the first black guy to play professional U.S. football, or American football. Okay. So the first black guy to play professional football. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
1904.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they were playing football in 1904. I guess so.
Yeah.
Leather helmets and all.
Yeah. Actually, when was U.S. football invented? In 1920. That doesn't make sense. Well, that's NFL founded.
Oh yeah,
No.
well that's
When
professional.
was
College.
American football invented? Still telling me who. It's not telling me a date. When was football in America invented? 1869.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
See, football was huge in college. And then,
Yeah.
Then quite a bit later, professional football, and that was just kind of a side note. People tried to go do it. You know, they did it in the. They worked in the off season, and professional football was really nothing.
Well, it looks like it's a stem of
College
rugby.
football was everything.
It looks like it's an offshoot of rugby.
Could be.
I've heard that before
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
So,
very well.
actually, yeah, it says. However, it wasn't until the 1880s that a great rugby player from Yale, Walter Camp, pioneered rules that slowly transformed rugby into the new game of American football.
Oh,
So
okay.
it is.
There it is, right there.
Yeah. So
You gotta
18
believe everything you read, right?
Not necessarily.
Yes,
But
I believe.
yeah. And we have a music premiere in 1907. Jean Sibelius's Third Symphony premiere was given by the Helsinki Philharmonic Society, conducted by the composer. So he conducted it, you know.
Yeah, I believe he also conducted Fly Me to Venezuela. I'm not sure, but you know.
Oh man, maybe I'm gonna open a window. It's starting to smell like bullshit in here. In the year 1919, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson suffered a breakdown in Colorado. His health never recovered. Well, that's not good. Isn't he your favorite president or something?
Least favorite.
Least favorite.
You left a word out.
Well, then who was your favorite? Your favorite was somebody. I forgot.
Yeah, I love the guy.
Madison or something?
No. He was from Massachusetts as well. He's not a well-known president. He wanted to shrink the size of the federal government.
Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter. Let's see here. Which president came from Boston? Calvin Coolidge?
Calvin Coolidge.
All right. Yeah, I've heard of that name.
Yeah, he's my fave.
1923. Oh, he was vice. Calvin Coolidge was vice president. Oh, wait, no. He was president from
I think he only served
1923 to 1929, 2 terms.
Not true, yeah. But he was really big on shrink, which I am, shrink that federal government. There's nowhere when it was supposed to be. Man, the thing's got to be cut.
Isn't that when Prohibition started in like the late 20s? When did Prohibition
No,
start?
that was the Roaring 20s.
1920. Prohibition started in 1920.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, so the whole Roaring 20s they were dry.
Well, I don't know how long
It lasted
how long Prohibition lasted.
1933, from January 17th, 1920 to December 5th, 1933.
Wow, 13
Almost
years?
13 years straight.
So as soon as it was legal, everybody had a good time.
The entire 20, well, it was the Roaring 20s, and
And you
also
had to go
the
to
height of the
speakeasies and
gangsters.
Get in, the little door opening. All
Well,
that
yeah, the height of the gangsters, the mafia, Al
Yeah,
Capone,
yeah.
all that stuff was in the 20s,
Yeah.
So, and then actually Prohibition stopped because of the Great Depression, because the country was collapsing and they needed something to tax, so they re-legalized alcohol in order to have something to tax.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for that, we'd probably still be dry. So, imagine that.
I think you're all wet.
I don't know, man. We're out here in California. We don't have that sky water anymore.
No.
Anyway, 1926, Henry Ford announced an 8-hour, 5-day work week for workers at the Ford Motor Company.
It's a Ford.
And you've spoken about this several times. Your dad has talked about when they went from a 6-day to a 5-day week.
They went
or
from
something?
a 6-day to a half-day Saturday to then a 5-day. Yeah. That was in Canada.
1926 as well, International Slavery Convention signed by 20 states. Huh. That's interesting.
International Slavery Convention. What the heck?
Let me look at this. International Slavery Convention. What year was that? 1926. Oops. 1926. An agreement among member states of the League of Nations that obliged signatories to eliminate slavery, the slave trade, and forced labor in their territories. Huh. So it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to add this into the
Never heard
underbar.
of it. That's a shame.
Neither have I. So, it is a shame.
Yeah.
I'm adding a link to the underbar for
Good.
anybody who would
Should
like
be.
to. Yeah. Well, that's what I do, Let's see here. Moving on into 1926 as well, Mackenzie King was re-elected as Prime Minister of Canada. All right. Then 1926, wow, we're stuck in 26. PGA Championship Men's Golf, Salisbury Golf Course, whatever, one of those. Walter Hagen defeated...
What is it?
GC.
GC.
Golf Course. Or Golf Club.
Golf Club, yeah.
But isn't a club, you know? Or is it like, you know, people...
It's a club. Well, it's a course that people belong to, so it's a club.
Yeah.
It's a golf course, it's a club. It's
so,
both.
Yeah. Walter Hagen
private.
defeated Leo Diego 5-3 in the final to win his third consecutive PGA Championship title. All right. In 1932, Jimmy Fox hit his 58th home run in last game of season. Dang.
He was a great one. Doesn't get a lot of notoriety.
Yeah. Major League Baseball Hall of Fame first baseman. 1933, first state poorhouse opened in Smyrna, Georgia. Huh. That's interesting. 1933, fifth extermination campaign began against communists in Nanjing and Jiangxi province in China. During the whole
extermination campaign? Holy crap.
Well, they knew what was coming. See, like, you know, and see, this is why I keep saying, like, you know, like, we got to fight back. You know, like, all the stuff that they're doing, they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop until we make them stop. You know, and the Chinese were trying to make them stop, but, you know, they eventually got overpowered, and then look what happened. If we don't get rid of these people who are trying to get rid of us, then they will keep coming after us, and soon it will either we have to get rid of them or we will let them get rid of us. Make your decision.
Well, you know, I've read this and I believe it to be true. The CCP only fears the people of China.
Well, every government fears the people. You know, from kings and queens to presidents to, you know, communist dictators to everything.
That's why they put the lid on it so tight.
Yep. Anyway, moving on up into 1934, John Van Druten's Distaff Side premiered in New York City. No clue what that would play, I guess. He was a playwright. 1934 as well, Lou Gehrig played for his 1,500th consecutive game. Wow.
Yeah.
1,500 games straight.
Yep.
That's insane, dude.
The Iron Man, and then he dies of Lou Gehrig disease.
Yeah, well, you know, disease named after him.
Yeah.
You know. 1935, Maxwell Anderson's play Winterset premiered in New York City.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. 1937, Il Deuce, which I believe is was Francisco Franco, or maybe that's who is Il Deuce?
Yeah, I thought that was La Duce or something.
Il Deuce, Benito Mussolini. So
okay.
He visited Berlin / named the Führer to Corporal First Class. So, yeah, just, you know, World War II stuff or pre-World War II. I mean, like Benito Mussolini, or no, Hitler idolized Mussolini.
Yeah.
You know, Mussolini.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then it flipped.
Yep. Well, he didn't invent, you know, fascism. He just perfected it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we have 1940. German High Commissioner in Norway set up Vidkun Quisling government. Oh yeah. So this is the Prime Minister of Norway and a Nazi collaborator. So he set up a Nazi government in Finland. So. Yep.
I was unaware of that. That's a shame.
Yeah, no, Finland was, well, I mean, like, they were kind of forced to because, like, you remember the whole Winter War when the Soviet Union was invading Finland and everything. Like, they just latched onto, you know, the Axis because they were fighting the same guy. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, type of thing.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, it's not supposed, like, I'm not entirely sure what this guy believed in, but he was put in a lot of pressure because if he didn't at least, you know, work with the, you know, the Nazis.
What you're saying is in survival mode.
Yeah, survival mode. Yeah.
Okay.
And they actually, for Operation Barbarossa, you know, the Germans' invasion of the USSR, they actually had Finland act as a belligerent to try to keep some forces, you know, out of, you know, the main battle. So Finland had a major part in that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know that.
Yep. And then of course Finland got trampled, but you know it allowed, you know, it kept forces, you know, some of the forces, you know, up north rather than coming down to stop the Germans. So, but then 1941, the Brooklyn Dodgers won their first pennant in 21 years. Yeah.
Think of your mom with a profundidis.
I do. Like that's why I said it. You know,
Yeah.
This is a mom article right here.
Yeah.
But then moving on up into 1949, actually this is just before her birth. No, just after. Yeah, so she was only a couple months old or something like that.
What's it?
1941.
You know, I know that, but there's no month or.
Today.
Oh, of course.
September 25th.
Yeah, she was a little over a month old, 2 months old.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
2 months old.
Doesn't say the date. Today, David. Is it happening? Oh!
Hello.
Uh,
Today.
I have to live with him, and he has to live with me.
How did he survive?
I don't know. 1949, evangelist Billy Graham began his Los Angeles crusade in a circus tent erected in a parking lot. Well, that sounds like some grassroots movements right there.
Yeah.
But then, at that same time, 1949, U.S. Open Women's Golf, Prince George's Country Club, Louis Suggs led wire-to-wire to win by 14 strokes.
Jeez, that's
ahead of runner-up and defending champion Babe Zaharias. Wow.
14 strokes, that's
14 strokes, that's like a couple holes right there, you know?
Well, yeah, no, if you're saying average par, let's say par is anywhere from to 3 to 5 strokes per hole, depending on the length.
Yeah, so that's like 4 holes.
Yeah.
4 entire holes.
Yeah.
Which is like 20% of the whole course.
Yeah, usually you win by
just a couple.
4 strokes is huge.
14 though, that's massive.
Yeah.
In 1954, Francois Doc Duvalier won Haitian presidential election.
Doc Duvet, is it?
Doc Duvalier? Duvalier. I don't know. But then, 1 year later, 1955, Detroit outfielder Al Kaline, 20, was youngest batting champion.
Yeah, Al Kaline.
Alkaline. Alkaline?
Kaline.
Al Kaline. Isn't alkaline some kind of like something?
Yeah, it's alkaline, and then there's acidic, and water is neutral, alkaline is a soapy, and then acid is acid.
Ah, so this guy's soapy.
He's kaline, not Calvin.
Alkaline, alkaline. You know, it depends on the, you
gotta put it all together. It's alkaline, and he's kaline.
Yeah.
Al's the first name.
Yeah, but like depending on your accent, you know.
Well, you're putting the two names together, alkaline.
Oh, Calcutta.
Moving on.
1959, Hammer horror film The Mummy, starring Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, was first released in the U.S. Hammer horror film? What the hell does that even mean? Hammer horror?
I don't know what hammer horror means.
What does hammer horror mean? Hammer horror, Urban Dictionary. Okay, well I'm not gonna read that, but apparently it's a Hammer film production. It's a
horror film.
Yeah.
Like Hammer.
Yeah, Hammer horror, as in
Okay.
that's a name. Like so it's like ABC horror or NBC or Fox horror or something like that. Hammer horror is also apparently some kind of slang against British women, but I'm not going to read that. So, 1959, I've already read that. 1962, challenger Sonny Liston knocks out Floyd Patterson at 2 minutes and 6 seconds of round 1 at Comiskey Park, Chicago, to win the world heavyweight boxing title.
Yeah, and he was a huge guy. Sonny,
he knocked out
Floyd Patterson was an undersized heavyweight.
Yeah.
He just took it to him the first round.
I call him the boxing cowboy because he's dressed as a cowboy for that picture.
Yeah. And then Muhammad Ali took out Sonny Liston.
Yep. And as time goes,
1965,
60-year-old Satchel Paige of Kansas City, the good old baseball lover here, Athletics pitches 3 scoreless innings.
60-year-old. He should have been one of the all-time greats, and because of his color, he didn't get to play in the majors. He had to play in the, as they said, the colored league.
Yeah, that's disgusting to even hear.
Yeah, I know, it's horrible. Thank God we've come a long ways.
Well, we're going back, and the people who
are trying to divide
the people who are championing everything anti this is actually the most that we have.
That's why Martin Luther King is one of my heroes.
Oh, that man is centrifuging in his grave right now.
Everything he didn't want.
You can plug a USB into his grave and you'll get power. He's spinning so fast, 1966, we have Dmitri Shostakovich's second solo concert premiered in Moscow. Okay. At that same time, LPGA Championship Women's Golf, Stardust Golf or Country Club, LV, wherever LV is. Gloria Hertz won her only major title by 3 strokes ahead of runner-up Mickey Rice. See, that's a better distance right there, 3 strokes.
Yeah, that's common.
It's not like 35 or something crazy,
14,
Yeah. I know, 14. I'm just adding more
Yeah.
insanity. 1966, Ringo Starr released his second solo album, Bew Cups of Blues, a collection of country music recorded in Nashville, Tennessee. Where's my spittoon? You know? Maybe that's more of the Old West. So, anyway, 3 years later, 1973, New York Mets defeated Montreal Expos 2-1 on Willie Mays Night at Shea Stadium in New York City.
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
In 1974, scientists first reported that freon gas from aerosol sprays are destroying the ozone layer. Here we go.
Yeah.
Environmentalism. Oh, we have to save the planet.
That was a big deal back then. I remember that well.
You see,
Some girl hairspraying her hair. Oh, hey, you're killing the ozone layer.
well, I mean, really, Lily, they're just like, they're fucking just laying it on there, like they could be a lot, more lax with that. They don't need to be spraying their head for a half an hour straight. That's just ridiculous. But see, as George Carlin said, save the planet. Really, the planet's not going anywhere. We are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they gotta just, come out and say what they really want. We gotta save ourselves.
Yeah.
Because all this, environmentalism, climate change, anything, whatever you want to believe, whatever you don't want to believe, it is true. It is happening. We are having a little bit of a hand in it, but stuff like this happens naturally, always, constantly, over and over. We might have expedited the process, but we're not doing all this to save the planet. We're doing this to make sure we're still here tomorrow.
As a species, we should be doing whatever we can to keep the planet clean it up. But that's the planet, not just us, not just here and there, but everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, you're not doing anything.
Funny, I was watching just here. Average view duration was 4 minutes 20 seconds, 420. We joke. And then it went up to 450. So thank you, whoever's watching. Anyway, 1975, Pink Floyd's concept album "Wish You Were Here" reached #1 at the U.S. Went on to sell 13 million copies.
Ooh,
that's a lot of copies.
That is. Pink Floyd.
Yep.
Great band.
And going from great to #2, 1976, Bono, the world's biggest #2. David Evans and his brother Dick and Adam Clayton respond to an advertisement on a bulletin board at Mount Temple posted by fellow student Larry Mullen Jr. to form a rock band which became U2. Oh, hey, this is when they started. Yeah. 1980, Chevy Chase called Gary Grant a homo on Tomorrow's Show. A lawsuit follows. What, a homo sapien?
Don't think that's what he meant.
I'm a homo sapien. Actually, we're Homo sapiens sapiens. That's our actual term. We were I don't remember the first one, but then there was Homo erectus and Homo sapiens, and then now modern humans are called Homo sapiens sapiens. I don't know why we have to repeat the sapiens part, but whatever. That's what I learned. So, then 1980 as well, Jerry Mumphrey joined Ozzie Smith and Gene Richards to steal 50 bases this year for the Padres.
Yeah.
Dang.
Remember that.
I wonder where they're keeping them all.
It's a lot of bases.
I know.
Hope you have a cellar.
Would that be in the
basement?
A basement?
I became you and didn't even know it.
Yeah, wow. It's spreading.
It's sad. It's a sad day.
365 days later, 1981, Nolan Ryan's 5th career no-hitter as Astros defeated Dodgers 5-0.
Yeah.
Dang.
Fireball.
God, yeah. 1981 as well, Sandra Day O'Connor sworn in as the first female U.S. Supreme Court Justice. Good. Yeah, we've been talking about her a couple of times, the past days.
Yeah.
Like when she got nominated and all that stuff. When she got now she's sworn in. It's official, Yeah. So. Then, 1984, New York Mets Rusty Staub joined Ty Cobb, who hit home runs as a teen in his 40s.
Wow.
Huh. Dang, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, long time.
Some more baseball. In 1985, Ricky Henderson stole Yankee record's 75th base of season. And yep, he has that, not bad face, pretty good. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Maury Wills of the Dodgers, I think he stole 100 bases one season.
Maury Willis?
Maury Wills.
Maury Wills.
No, I'm just adding to stolen bases in talk.
Maury Wills. Maury Wills? Yeah. How many bases did he steal? During his 14-year career, Wills batted .281 with 2,134 hits and 586 stolen bases in 1,942 games. Wills broke Ty Cobb's single-season record for stolen bases with his 97th swipe on September 23rd, 1962.
So he didn't quite make 100. That's what it was.
Ah.
Yeah.
Just under.
That's a bunch of stolen bases.
Yeah. I wonder if he has it at the base. You know, is it the basement? You know, just a bunch of go to the basement. There's just a bunch of bases.
We've been there already.
You know? I'm just revisiting.
1988,
U.S. sweep the medals in the long jump at the Seoul Olympics. Carl Lewis won his second gold of the games with a leap of 8.72 meters ahead of teammates Mike Powell and Larry Myricks. So dang. Yep. 1988 as well, Pope John Paul II beatified Friar Junipero Serra, founder of the first Californian missions. Nice, and that means like he's a saint. Beatification? Actually, no, that's canonization. What's beatification? Let's see here.
Made it pretty.
Declaration by the Pope that a dead person is in a state of bliss, constituting a first step towards canonization and permitting public veneration. So on the way to canonization, and that's
if you get there.
Yeah, but at least he took the first step. So that's good.
Yeah.
California, nonetheless.
Yeah.
1990, Saddam Hussein warned that U.S. will repeat Vietnam experience. Not with you, though, man. We did, though, with Afghanistan. Just 32 years later.
Yeah.
You know? No, 31 years later.
We had a very similar ending.
Yeah, you know, with helicopters and everything. It's got the people clinging to the planes that they're going, good lord. 1992, Barry Manilow's Showstoppers opened at Paramount, New York City. Alright. 1992 as well, Sparky Anderson tied Huey Jennings as Detroit Tigers' winningest manager. Winningest? What the hell does that even mean? Winningest?
He's won most games for the Tigers.
Winningest. Having achieved the most success in competition. That just sounds like a made-up word, though. Yeah. Well, why can't they just say manager who won most games? Like, why do they have to... Winningest.
Quick. Done.
I guess so. Yeah. That makes sense. 1992, though, as well, U.S. Mars Observer launched from Space Shuttle. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So they launched the shuttle, and they launched something from the shuttle to Mars. Well, that makes sense. It's a shuttle, you know, it's shuttling. So... Every day I'm shuttling. 1994, Oliver McCall technically knocks out Lennox Lewis in 2 for heavyweight boxing title. Alright. But how come we have Lennox Lewis, the knockout one? Why don't we have a picture of Oliver McCall? He's the one who knocked him out.
True.
He's the one. So why do we have a picture of the loser here?
Well, I've heard of Lennox
Lennox
Lewis. Never heard of Oliver McCall, so it's still not right. You should put the guy in that knocked you out.
Yeah. 2005 President's Cup Golf, Robert Trent Jones golf. You know what? Let me look at something. Oliver McCall. I have a theory. No, theory disproven. Never mind.
For a white guy?
Yeah. Wow.
Well, it's obvious.
Well, it's like, hey, you know, like you know, if it was white versus black, they're gonna showcase a black guy. So I mean, that's just how things are these days.
So you're wrong.
I was wrong though.
Move on.
2005 President's Cup Golf, Robert Trent Jones Golf Club. Or golf course, whatever. Chris DeMarco, Jim Freak, and Phil Mickelson unbeaten as U.S. defeated international team 18.5 to 15.5. And a half, though. What? How do you have a half stroke?
Points. You get points.
Oh.
For, each hole.
Ah, okay.
The team. They're playing in teams, 2-man teams. And somehow I don't know exactly how it's scored, but you get a half a point. It splits. It's a tie.
Yeah.
Each get a half a point.
Okay, well that makes sense. Yeah. At the same time, though, in 2005 as well, Spanish Renault driver Fernando Alonso took third place in the Brazilian Grand Prix at Autodromo Jose Carlos Pace to clinch his first Formula One World Drivers' Championship. Nice. And 2 years later, 2007, Columbia Records released Bruce Springsteen's fifth studio album, Magic, made with the E Street Band. The Boss. 2007 as well, Here Music / Universal Records released Shine, Canadian singer-songwriter Joni Mitchell's 19th studio album. Wow, that's a lot of albums.
Another Canadian.
Yeah. 2007 as well, Herbie Hancock, I know that guy, released River, the Johnny Letters, tribute to Joni Mitchell, Grammy Album of the Year 2008.
It's Joni, it's a girl.
Johnny, okay, sorry. Joni, whatever. Herbie Hancock, though.
Yeah.
He's the guy who did Mr. Roboto, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh. Anyway, 1 year later, 2008, supernatural fantasy film Painted Skin, directed by Gordon Chan, starring Donnie Yen, Chen Kun, and Zhuo Zun, was released.
Wow.
Painted Skin.
I don't know.
That sounds like they were in blackface or something. Which, yeah.
Could have been preparing for war, the Indians.
Maybe. 2013, Oracle Team USA defeated Team New Zealand 9-8 to win the America's Cup. All right. But going back to Painted Skin, like I remember seeing a funny clip. Something, it was like a bunch of people, like, you know, sitting in like a C-130 or whatever, preparing to, like, you know, it was like Normandy invasion or whatever. They were all like, you know, like, you know, ready to jump from the plane. And so, like, you know, one guy's like, you know, putting on like face paint and everything, gets, you know, and then he passes it to the guy on his right, who's a black guy, and then he just like, never mind. Like sometimes, you know, sometimes it pays off, you know, like, you know, then whatever. Anyway, 2015, Caitlyn Jenner officially changed her name from Bruce to and her gender to a female. Yeah, sure you did. Even though she still hasn't cut it off, you know that?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Yeah, no, she still has her twig and
Seems like a good enough guy or gal or whatever. I guess, you know, I'll respect it. Call her a she. I don't care.
Bruce Jenner is an it now. So, yep. Well,
respect
you know,
someone what they want to believe. Just don't make me think you're that. You know,
that's the thing, though. No, they don't want me to respect. They want me to they want to demand me. Like, we're not going to get into this.
No.
2017, 92% of Iraqi Kurds voted in favor of independence in controversial referendum.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The purple finger had an inkwell to prove that you voted.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when they were doing that. They were like dipping their finger. That's pretty cool. Why don't we do that?
It could get you killed. Over there, it could get you killed too.
Oh, okay. 2018, comedian Bill Cosby sentenced to 3 to 10 years in jail for 2004 sexual assault. First celebrity to be jailed in the Me Too era. Yep. That's why I don't think he did it. I think it was just that whole Me Too thing, and the loudest people always win, and they wouldn't let it go. Like another guy who got screwed over was Louis. I don't know his name. Not Louis Anderson, but the other guy. He just like straight up admitted it because he knows he was going to lose. You know, the odds were stacked against him, so just take the L now. And
you really have a biased opinion there. You don't know. Maybe
90% of all of those accusations were proven to be false, though.
Lewis or something?
Louis C.K. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's been proven though since then. 90%
But he
at
just
least.
came out and said, "Okay, I was an ass. I exposed myself to some woman or whatever."
Yeah, because he knew he was going to lose, so he just.
You can't assume that. Maybe it's true.
No,
Maybe
it's
he's
not.
speaking from the heart.
But no,
Realized he did something wrong.
What I'm saying is it's been proven, and like the Louis C.K. thing happened months after, you know, after it was been shown, you know, that every person accused just went through a media circus. So he just decided to cut it off at the bit and just deal with it rather than have to ride it out, you know. But no, it's been proven since then. At least 90% of all those accusations were all just lies. So.
Poor Cosby. Not poor Cosby. I mean,
I don't think Cosby did it.
That there must have been some
No,
facts.
it's no.
So, but anyways, he's the funniest guy I ever saw live.
Yeah.
Ever. I mean, I laughed so hard.
Yeah, no, he's a sweetheart. Cosby's innocent.
You don't know. Yeah, you can't assume.
If Cosby is guilty, then this is what I'm going to say. If Bill Cosby is guilty of the crimes he's accused of, then O.J. Simpson is 100% innocent. That's what I'm going to say.
Each one's on its own there. Come on.
Cosby is just a victim.
Oh, come on.
Cosby's just a victim. Anyway, let's see. 2018, Instagram co-founders Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger resigned from Instagram and parent company Facebook. Good. So, yeah, well, they
Why
probably.
good?
because Instagram's garbage now. Like, it's owned by Facebook. It's all part of this whole, manipulation machine.
Well, that's maybe why they quit.
Yeah. 2018 as well, though. U.S. fashion company Michael Kors bought Italian brand Versace for $2.1 billion.
Whoa.
Holy crap.
Whoa.
Yeah. Versace. That's a big name. Also in 2018, U.S. President Donald Trump criticized globalism and Iran speaking at the UN General Assembly. Yeah. So, yep. Although we do need to form into more of a, unified global society,
we have
one way or another.
We have so many different elements that just are opposite sides of what we believe for people.
People as a whole need to grow up and stop with this terrible twos. Oh, it's mine mentality, Anyway, 2019, Australia's Capital Territory became the first state in Australia to legalize recreational marijuana. Yes. 2019 as well, Chinese President Xi Jinping, also known as Winnie the Pooh, opened Beijing's new Daxing International Airport designed by Zaha Hadid. Yep. Zaha Hadid, yep. 2020, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg became the first woman to lie in state in the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. Dang.
When was that, 2020?
2020, just 2 years ago on this date.
Yeah, okay.
And she died in 2020, September 18th. So she died 7 days beforehand.
Her and what I love and we no longer have in this country, she was a liberal judge, okay? And what's his name, who's also passed, was a conservative judge, and they were the best of friends. And they talked politically about their beliefs and everything like that, but always respected the other, were great friends. And we need that today for this whole country, not this hate we have going on.
Well, I mean, this hate is designed,
Whatever it is, we need to stop it.
Yeah, people need to wake up and realize they're being played. So, unfortunately, though, now so many people are just too far gone that they can't be reasoned with.
Well,
so
we got another 3 years of this garbage.
Yep.
Start turning it around.
Yep. Anyway, 2021 Farm Aid held in Hartford, Connecticut. Performers included Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Dave Matthews, Margot Price, Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweets, Betty Levette, Tyler Childers, the Wisdom Indian Dancers, and the Horse Hill Singers. These are all weird names.
Some weird stuff there.
Yeah. This is my face right here. Like, what?
Who are those people?
Yeah.
What?
Huh? Anyway, before we move on to births and deaths, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? What about you? Like, anything you want to elaborate on? Like,
oh, we pretty much elaborated on everything as we were going through. It was kind of nice. There was some good stuff in there. But just thinking back. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, anything you the viewer would like to talk about? Start a dialogue in the comments section. We do talk. Anyway, moving on into births. Starting us off in 1358, we have Ashiga Yoshimitsu, Japanese shogun, born in Kyoto Prefecture, Japan, dying in 1408. We have Henry Pelham, 1694, British Prime Minister for the Whig Party from 1743 through 54. He introduced the gin axe, born in Loughton, England, dying in 1754. Gin axe, so what were the gin acts? Prohibited gin distillers from selling to unlicensed merchants, restricted retail license to substantial property holders, and charged high fees to those merchants eligible for retail licenses.
Moneymaker.
Yeah, so basically just using the law to wring money out of the common person, I see. Thief. So, anyway, let's see here. Who else? Fletcher Christian. In 1764, an English sailor who led the mutiny on the HMS Bounty, born in Inglesfield, Cumberland, England, died somewhere in 1790 or 93. So somewhere in there.
If the movie reflects the movie Mutiny on the Bounty, what if that reflects any of this?
Well, obviously, it's probably inspired by this, but
that's what I'm
most likely not historically accurate.
Well,
So.
Yeah, but if that's where it's inspired from, good way to put it. Thank you.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, you know, a lot of movies, like, you know, because remember how they used to be, like, based on true events?
Yeah.
Or inspired by true events?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's not true events. It's based off them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and then they make a story.
Yeah, and then they Hollywood it, and yeah.
Sell.
But then people walk out thinking, oh, that's 100% authentic. That's exactly what happened. No, that is not. That is Hollywood taking truth and putting in a whole bunch of crap in order to sell you the movie, you know?
Now, if they're doing a documentary, I disagree. I think they may try to shade it into whatever their belief is, but I think it's factual.
Well, with the documentary...
Unless someone's really dishonest.
Yeah.
You know, and I think most aren't. Some are.
Yeah.
But I think most aren't, whether it's a liberal or a conservative. I think they're going to shade their point of view.
Yeah.
At least you get something out of it. I think that's somewhat accurate. On the most.
Yep. 1897, we have William Faulkner, an American author, Sound and Fury, born in New Albany, Mississippi, dying in 1962.
Pretty young, 49 to 62, what?
1897 through 1962.
Oh, okay.
So he was 64 years.
Yeah.
That's not bad, but you know.
It just seemed. Yeah. Okay,
well, you saw 1949. That's when he got the Nobel Prize. But I don't read Nobel Prizes because ever since they gave one to Obama, just because he's black, whoop-de-doo.
What, was he in office for a month or something?
Yeah. It's like, oh, hey, here's a Nobel Peace Prize to a child murderer because of the color of his skin. Wonderful. Yeah, no, he went on to bomb so many children with drone strikes. It's appalling. So, 1906, Dmitri Shostakovich, Russian composer, the Gadfly and the Nose, born in St. Petersburg, Russia, dying in 1975. And we have Ethel Rosenberg, born on this date in 1915, a U.S. communist, born in New York City, New York, dying in 1953. Why is this? Oh, she's a Soviet spy. That's why.
Didn't they try her for treason or something?
I believe so, and her husband. Like there is several husband and wife actually like conspirators.
If you're convicted of treason, it's a death sentence. So
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense unless.
Well, she was executed.
Okay, so she was convicted of treason.
Well, what's the?
That's where, as soon as you say Rosenberg to me, Ethel or whatever it is.
Well, see, U.S. citizens Julius and Ethel Rosenberg were convicted and sentenced to death for conspiracy to commit espionage for the Soviet Union. So, it's not saying treason. Maybe,
that's what it is. They're tried under the Treason Act.
Good. Doesn't she look like someone who's just evil? You know, she just has an evil face. You know. Anyway, we have Phil Rizzuto, in 1918, a U.S. Baseball Hall of Fame shortstop, five-time MLB All-Star, 7-time World Series, American League MVP of 1950 for the New York Yankees, and broadcaster for WCBS Radio and WPIX TV. Born in Brooklyn, New York, died in 2007.
Phil Rizzuto, remember the name?
Yeah. Here's another name I remember, Robert Muldoon, 1921. New Zealand politician, Prime Minister from 1975 through 84, born in Auckland, dying in 1992. I wonder, though, if this is the guy who well, hold on a second. Who was the Australian government guy who vanished in the sea? Harold Holt, okay. Yeah, Harold Holt disappeared while swimming in rough conditions at Cheviot Beach, Victoria. He was presumed dead, and his body was never recovered. But he was the Prime Minister of Australia.
Okay.
So the Prime Minister, essentially their form of our president, went out for a swim and just vanished. Like, that's frightening.
Yeah.
You know.
Pretty fishy. I'm learning.
What did the Atlantic say to the Pacific?
I have no idea.
Nothing. It just waved.
Oh, boo. That's bad.
1929, Barbara Walters was a U.S. broadcast journalist and the first female nightly network news anchor. Today, 2020, and ABC TV, born in Boston, Massachusetts.
Barbara Wawa.
Wawa?
That's what her nickname was. Barbara Wawa.
Huh.
I don't know why, but that was her nickname.
Then we have Michael Douglas in 1944, a U.S. actor for Coma, Wall Street, and Jewel of the Nile, born in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Hey, don't they have like weird coins up there? You know, like little dumbbell shaped things and like.
Yeah.
Like, how do I make a
Brag on my stupid dream.
Yeah.
Broadcast it publicly, would you?
It's a great dream. It's weird, and I like it.
Couldn't get it in a telephone.
Now, you're the one who introduced me to Star Wars, so why don't you take this one?
What do we got? I can't even see. Oh, Mark Hamill, American actor. Luke Skywalker, Star Wars, born in Oakland, California.
But what year?
1951.
Yeah. Look at you. You got your first article.
Okay, yeah, I gotta get glasses on.
Yeah. Yeah. We have Christopher Reeve as well, 1952, a U.S. actor, Superman, Somewhere in Time, born in New York City, New York, dying in 2004. Yep. Yeah, Superman, he can fly, but he couldn't walk. So.
No.
Yeah. You just gotta get back up on that horse.
Yeah.
It's bad. In South Park, he was literally cracking open fetuses, sucking the stem cells out, and gaining superpowers somehow. Like, it was madness. We have Scottie Pippen, I know this name, 1965, a U.S. Basketball Hall of Fame forward, 6-time NBA champion, Chicago Bulls. Hold on a second. Chicago Bulls. 7-time NBA All-Star, NBA All-Star Game MVP 1994, Olympic Gold 1992 and 96. Born in Hamburg, Arkansas.
Great duo, him and Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Going from a great guy to a crap. 1968, we have Will Smith, a U.S. Grammy Award-winning rapper, DJ Jazzy Jeff, and the Fresh Prince. Parents don't understand. An actor, Men in Black, Independence Day, Hitch, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he is also a Scientologist. So he's part of that cult.
Yeah.
And it looks like my camera is a little out of focus on the show here.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Can you focus it in?
Not live.
No.
So I don't have that advanced technology. So, well, I guess we're just going to have to deal with a blurry AO. 1969, Catherine Zeta-Jones, a Welsh actress, Chicago, The Terminal, The Legend of Zorro, born in Swansea, Wales.
I gotta say, on camera there, you've never looked so good.
Will you even see it here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then we have Donald Glover, 1983, a U.S. actor, singer, and writer, Atlanta, Childish Gambino. Born in Edwards Air Force Base, California. Wow, he was born in an Air Force Base.
Yeah,
That's
probably
weird.
a hospital there.
Yeah.
Air Force Station there.
Huh. Mother, father, whatever. That's interesting. Moving on into deaths. Starting us off in the year of 813, we have Al-Amin, Arabic Caliph of Islam, from 809 to 813, murdered.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about Islam. They always, everybody murders.
Yeah.
So, but to this day, I don't see Christians going around beheading people. So,
Not today.
Yeah. But
maybe tomorrow.
But the Islams are still doing it. So. Coco the Clown, 1974. Actual name is Nikolai Polyakov, a Russian-born British clown, died at 73. Huh.
So he ended up here?
Yeah, clown,
Yeah, no.
That's interesting. Well, no, he was a Russian-born British clown, so he was a British clown.
Okay.
A famous clown, Coco the Clown.
Never heard of him.
Okay, apparently not
Coco
that famous.
the chimp, but not Coco the clown.
Oh, well, he died in 1974, so that's weird. Hey, you didn't hear it. It must have been... That was like your generation.
Yeah.
Huh.
Why would I hear Coco the Clown in Europe?
I don't know. 1980, we have John Bonham, English rock drummer, Led Zeppelin, died from asphyxiation after heavy alcohol intake at 32. Dang.
Yeah.
So sounds like he choked on his own vomit.
Well,
Yeah. Heavy alcohol intake, threw up, went back in, asphyxiation. Right there.
Yeah.
Did we run out of music? Yes, we did. So let's see here. Who else died? We have Mary Astor, 1887, Lucille Langhacke, actual name, a U.S. Academy Award-winning actress, The Great Lie, Meet Me in St. Louis, and The Maltese Falcon, died of emphysema at 81. Ooh. Klaus Barbie, we know about him.
Yeah.
1991, a German Gestapo chief, the Butcher of Lyon, died of cancer at 77. Good.
Let's go to the Barbie Museum.
Yeah, the Barbie Museum.
All the kids want to go.
And they were all Jewish, too.
Yeah, you're right.
Love your do. They did the thing. So.
Yeah.
2006, we have Sofia Murtova, a Russian Olympic gold-winning gymnast, dying at the age of 77. We have Wangari Maathai, 2011, a Kenyan environmentalist and political activist, founder for the Green Belt Movement, recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize in 2004. Once again, I don't care about that prize. And the Indira Gandhi Peace Prize 2006. That's a better one. Died from ovarian cancer at 71. That sucks. 2012, we have Andy Williams, a U.S. pop singer. Moon River died from bladder cancer at 84. Oh. Yeah. That's just really pissy. So, and I shouldn't make a joke. That's bad. That's a bad taste. That's shame on you.
He was already 84 in 2012.
Yeah.
Even though he died, but obviously he was pretty much up there.
Arnold Palmer. I almost made one of these today, actually.
Yeah.
2016, died on the state. He was a U.S. golfer, 7 major titles. U.S. Masters 1958, 60, 62, and 64. Died of heart failure at 87.
Yeah, no, he was gone either.
Yeah, dang.
Well, at 87, you know, he had a good long life.
Yep. And then,
Arnold, they called it Arnold's Army.
Yep. And that is it for the show. Once again, you can check the underbar in the description for links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to everything Omni Coalition. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time. For all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
I'm Nate Cleaver.
Also known as the Golden Loon. And that's your name to me, man. So, anyway, for all of you and all of us, until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles!